So, fine. Taking all that into consideration, what have you decided on?
I'm still not sure. Well...
Oh, come on, guy. After all the sorting out by now, you should be able to tell. You went through all the facts. Now, what did you find?
Well, legally, I don't think I can leave my real wife behind.
Thinking and deciding are two different things.
I'm scared of the consequences a wrong decision brings.
Why? What do you think will be the possible repercussions?
Pain. Hurt.
Hopefully something that will require no more discussions. I'm sick of all this. How the hell did I know my wife was going to find out? And I'm not careless. This isn't something that she'd known all throughout. I'm just doing what any normal man's supposed to do. Have a wife, a little fun on the side. And to tell you the truth, I hate the fact that I'm being forced to decide.
I hate it.
I hate it!
So you're angry?
Damn right!
I'm not sure I have energy for one more fight.
So you'll hold on to the marriage?
I have to. But look at my reasons why.
It seems so cowardly not to even try.
Are we not talking principles here?
No!
Yes. I'm a husband.
I'm a man, and I think my rights are pretty clear.
Which are?
Concern.
Freedom.
Responsibility.
Sexual freedom.
And other principles that I'm still trying to discern. It gets so confusing sometimes. Nobody warned me that marriage could be this big.
To be nice when I want to, and when I don't, be one libidinous pig.
And you don't find these rights and principles at your command?
Damn right again.
I just find them a little hard to understand.
For instance,
I look at my father.
look at my father.
What about your father?
And I think of him.
And the way he handled his marriage.
And I wonder.
How come he got away with it?
Is that what's really upsetting you?
Not really.
Damn right.
By the time he died, I barely got to know him. He was nice to me, but I never trusted him as far as I could throw him. My mother ruled that house. She controlled everything we did, what meals were cooked, what schedule was followed, where important papers were hid, and he just worked along, earning his daily bread. Never at any memorable time did I feel that he was the family head. But the thing that bothered me the most was the sneaky way my mother held control. I mean, she acted like he was the boss, but really, she owned his soul. She was coy, she was cute, but she kicked butt when she wasn't obeyed. And I was appalled at how my father could mistake for love the kind of attention she displayed. I grew up thinking maybe that's the way things are. I checked out most of my friends and I realized that their situations weren't any less bizarre. I'm told it's part of this country's thinking. Mama's always at the top. So I told myself, no way. With me, this was gonna stop. And then here comes Amanda. So open and frank and seemingly unlike my mother. And I fall in love with her. I'm magnetized to her. No more thinking, I don't even bother. But with every day that I see her independence, I can't seem to let my insecurities be. It may come in a different way, but I'm so scared that what happened to my father will now happen to me.
Does she boss you around at home? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, no. Well, almost.
Excuse me?
Yes. But not in the usual way. She's not scheming like my mother. She doesn't play games. When she wants something, it's always very clear.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's just that I'm not sure if my opinion is anything she'd care to hear.
So speak louder. Speak faster. Use a higher tone of voice.
I do, but then she stands her ground and all we end up doing is exactly what
you make a lot of noise.
Besides, how do I know that my point of view is correct? Wisdom at my age compared to her seems harder to detect. I loved her because she was so open about everything. But nobody told me that about everything she also had to be right. I'm the guy around here. I'm the one who's supposed to know better. Not some employee eternally in oversight. I know she doesn't try to be, but she can be so condescending. At the same time, I don't want her to patronize me.
Like your mother did your father.
That's right. No more pretending. I don't know. Maybe I should have married a poor provincial Japanese woman who would follow me from 5 feet behind.
Well, maybe you shouldn't have gotten married when you were obviously out of your mind.
Oh, thanks a lot.
You're welcome. And what about you? You seem uncomfortable about your father. What did he do?
By the time my old man died, he had become a legend at our place. Everyone knew the size of his groin, his methods, and his kind of pace. At his funeral, fatherless family after fatherless family kept cropping up. I may be in the Middle East, but who knows, even here I have stepbrothers popping up. And the town loved him for it, elected him mayor for a while. When a man can maintain several families, everyone figures, hey, now that's style. Every Sunday he would alternate masses with the different families. And the parish priest loved him because he was the one who heard all the homilies. I was part of family number 4. We had nothing in the will by the time he died. He promised me college. And all I could think of was, this bastard lied to me. He lied! I was told it was part of the country's thinking. Jump from bed to bed. So I figure, if maybe I keep things simple. 1 wife, 1 mistress, that's Christian enough, and I could stay ahead. And Carol was the perfect mistress. Pretty, slim, quiet. I wasn't looking for a mistress, but she was discreet enough to make me want to try it. But now here comes my wife threatening to kill Carol and her kids and me as well. She's got most of my money, so she can do it as far as I can tell. But what I don't damn well understand is, why can't she let things be? I'm better than my father. So why won't she let the privileges of my old man be given to me?
So you're saying there's nothing wrong with having a mistress?
Is there?
Well, I know everyone else has been doing it.
Exactly, and nobody seems to care. I should be forgiven. I'm a man. I deserve a different standard saying, yes, I can.
So why do you think your wife is putting up a fight?
How the hell do I know? And what does it matter where I go to during the day? I still go home to her at night, and I know a lot of women who'll agree to that.
Except your wife.
Except my wife. God, why did it have to be her? I know this sounds cruel, but after this, my feelings for her will never again be the same as they were.
Oh, that's cute. Now, how would you feel if she did the same thing to you?
Ha! She wouldn't dare. Besides, who'd want her? She's too fat. Men are different from women, and that's just the end of that.
And your kid?
I don't stop thinking about it, believe me.
I don't think about it first. We'll see.
Will he be fine if I ever decide to go away?
They'll be all right. I'm sure they'll find a way.
Already starting to have nightmares.
This is like one bad dream.
Even me sometimes.
I just want to scream.
Instead, I take it out on Amanda.
So I scream at everyone else instead.
I fight with her.
I fight with everyone.
My blood boils.
I see red.
You know, the longer you take on your decision, the worse for everyone.
Oh, great. Put the pressure on me.
To make it plain,
Make it snappy.
my only question is,
I can't be just a husband and be happy.
can I?
Why even try?
Well, lots of great men say there's no such thing as happiness.
Great men aren't living out my marriage or my distress.
Now I have a chance to be great? I'm really thrilled.
No such thing as happiness, no such thing as being fulfilled.
What the hell do they know?
Why don't they care?
Nothing more to lose.
Nothing left to spare.
Well, maybe they're thinking more as men rather than as people who are great.
But what really are our objectives?
Isn't it basic? Men make love, men hate hate.
What's our purpose in women's lives?
Be husbands to wives.
Husbands.
Lovers.
Providers.
Lovers.
Fathers.
Rapists.
Catechists.
Exorcists.
Dominator. Intoxicated.
Exterminator.
Pushovers.
Lovers.
Bodyguards.
Lovers.
Immiserable.
Damn right. Pull down your pants.
What of a fight?
So, does that mean you've decided to aim for happiness?
No.
I don't know.
Not a chance.
Maybe. Yes.
I guess I'm stuck. Drop the mistress and the kids and stick to the wife. I never really supported the kids anyway, so I suppose I'm not expected to see them through the rest of life.
It may sound so petty, but one other concern would be what people would have to say.
In case you break up.
In case we break up, in case I go away, but that's not half the worth of what I'm afraid my son might think. His confusion could last for life, wondering what might have been the missing link.
So you'll give up your son?
God help me, I don't want to. Nor do I want to give up my wife. I just want to give up this mess that's going on in my life.
She can marry someone else if she needs the money that badly. But if my wife would just see common sense and let me have Carol, I'll be faithful to both of them gladly.
That is the clearest you've been so far.
Maybe as clear as I'll ever get. Seems so hard when there's so many things you can't forget.
Like what?
Like her. And me and everything we thought this marriage would be.
Everything you thought it would be.
Yes, my opinion.
Maybe my imagination.
It's so stupid.
Hoping for change from everything that was and ending up in exactly the same situation.
How much less of a man am I expected to be? How can I explain myself to every other man in our whole damn history?
So everybody else